about the central nervous system and how neurons in your brain send and receive messages. And to illustrate that, we're using steel wool. And each table has steel wool that's been fluffed to kind of illustrate what your axons and your dendrites in your brain look like. And so when you have a thought for a sensory neuron or a motor neuron, and that thought is triggered, that we call that a stimulus. And when your brain decides to do something and it sends that message from one neuron to another, that's the response. And so our stimulus today is going to be this battery. And Jaden, I want you just to touch any part of these neural pathways here to illustrate the response when we turn the lights out. So Darren, go hit the lights because this will look cool with the lights out. All right, so we've got the stimulus. Go ahead and stimulate your neural pathways there. Brush it up against there. And now let's look at the message as it travels. It's traveling throughout the brain. And once that stimulus happens, it doesn't just go away because your brain keeps thinking about it. And those dendritic branches, they send and receive messages along pathways to other axons, and the brain encodes that information. And maybe it's a memory of someone. Maybe it's the sound of someone's voice that reminds you of something else, but the message continues throughout your brain. Okay, let's send another stimulus response message over here. So here's your stimulus, and this is like the electrochemical message in a brain, and you're gonna touch one neuron and it's gonna travel, Blessing. It's gonna travel throughout the brain. Look at that. It's as though that electricity is traveling from one axon to another neuron, to a dendrite, to another axon, throughout the brain. As you have a memory, or as you hear someone's voice and it reminds you of something that you heard, that information travels throughout your brain. Let's try another one. I'm over here at table 2. Now I want you to think of this battery as the stimulus, and you touch part of the brain, and we'll see a response as that message travels through the brain. Look at that. It's traveling. It's traveling. Let's find another one over here. I see another table is waiting. I want you to think this is the stimulus, Kilani.
Light it up good.
And you touch your brain there
Light it
and
up
send the message. Look at that.
Fire!
It's traveling all along those neurons and dendrites. Look at that message as it travels. 4th graders learning about the central nervous system. Awesome.